I le ava ma le whaaloalo lava e whaatalofa atu I le mamalu ma le pa ia o le awhia wa potu mai e le nei afi ma tango fie. Pa ia malmalu lau fionga le pātele, le tai o le sauninga mo le nei afi. Ai masi fo le pa ia malmalu o sunga whawhengainga ma outou whalitua. Ia, ai masi fo le pa ia malmalu o le awhionga I le minista o tangata Pasifika I la awhionga toi o sulu au pito William Seo. Ia, tainai fo le mamalu tele o le sui o le malo le Honourable le maunga ai mai se foi anai ia ai mai se foi Teresa ia fa pe foi le mamalu tele o councillor Alf Filipina ia ma local board Tawanu maisi o tatou sui o le local board ia pa ia malu o Samoa ua poto pa ia malu o tupu ma wharitua ma tausi ma alo le soifu maua ma le langi ma whaftai. I'm actually here to declare that in the last 13 years I've been looking for a wife for Faolotoi as well. I've been looking hard and wide, but I've been focusing on West Auckland. It didn't matter if she was Samoan or Cook Island. Lovely to see our beautiful mama and Rosie and Papa Kil and the beautiful wife. It didn't matter if she was Chinese or Vietnamese or Thai from Thailand. But I failed, so whamaliatu lau awhionga le Konesula. I'm not sure if he's here. Faolotoi. Oh, is he here? Oh, he's back there. Ave ia sau leo e whaimasui tātou tele o tātou community representatives I le nei afi mātango fie. Le nei afi fia. I just feel very privileged actually to have been given this wonderful moment just to say a few words, and I'll try and be brief because I am speaking on behalf of this wonderful community that I'm so privileged and proud to be part of, and I see so many community leaders and representatives and organizations, just so many amazing representatives of the leadership, le pulengo, I suppose, of our community here, not just the spiritual leaders, but we've got so many of our, I suppose, the community leaders that are, whether it's health, education, business, the social sector, community sector. So there's such a wide range of wonderful people here, and I'm not going to start to mention them because there's so many, and I feel very, very humbled just to say a few words, and I just hope I can grasp, I suppose, the magnitude of our love, most importantly for Faolotoi, and our respect and our gratitude and our sense of appreciation. It's hard to find the words. I just want to say that I was really privileged to, I suppose, serve under Faolotoi. Going back to when he first started, we had, as you will recall, the tragic circumstances of the tsunami that really caused so much devastation back home in Samoa. And I was so honored to be part of a committee, and I see some of our wonderful committee, some of them are here, Lelawai, Masuisui, Teleai, there's Poe. My wife was involved, the late Tuingamala Inga. There was many of us, and I might have missed some of the ones that were here. I'm sure Nick was involved, but we were just so grateful to come under the I suppose, the leadership and the influence of Faolotoi at that time. We had to mobilize quickly, we had to respond quickly, and we all stepped up, I suppose, and did the best we could. But I do want to recognize the fact that if it wasn't for the quiet, unassuming, steady hand of Faolotoi, it could have been quite chaotic, especially when I mentioned some of those people I mentioned earlier that were involved. And of course, Father Michael, I know Alpito was there too. There were so many. But, apart from the fact that Faolotoi's leadership was instrumental in our ability to respond and do the best we could, and it was absolutely such a blessing to be part of that mahi, that work, and it was very, it was very effective, and it was very, I suppose, critical at the time to get as many containers of family-to-family goods back to particularly that side of, that side of our country that was impacted worse, particularly the East Coast there and the South Coast. But, I just honor Faolotoi. It was interesting because I had just met him, and he was new. And what I really appreciated, and I was thinking about it when I was driving here tonight, was, Faolotoi didn't try to have all the answers, or he didn't try to, drive everything. He really empowered young leaders. I was pretty young then. This is going back 16 years. I was about 25 years old, maybe a bit older. My wife is giggling. But, what I really, I really praise God because it was a very good example on role modeling good leadership from Faolotoi, because he just allowed us he empowered us to find the solutions, and then he would quietly make the way and make it possible for us to get the job done. And I just really honor that because it's something that I've learned from him. And we're all leaders here in our own way, and some of us are still learning and journeying. But Lau Fionga, I'm so grateful. I have a real heart of gratitude and tonight because, not only did we forge a very special bond then, we built a very wonderful friendship. And it's something I've really, I suppose, never taken for granted, and it's something that I've always treasured, is the fact that I can always count on you. And I think it was lovely the way that not only Father Michael and the Honourable Minister Alpito really spoke to that. We can count on you. We could always count on you, every single one of us. I remember when we have all these crazy projects in the community. We try and open schools, and whenever we did something, or do a sports academy, or do the Moana Pacific, crazy things like that, But you're always there for us. I think about whenever we've had an opening or we've needed a blessing, to have the Consul General of Samoa there, Faolotoi, Lau Fionga, it always raised the mana si le mamalu of that occasion, and it gave it ratified it, and I suppose that it gave it meaning, but it also gave it real, I suppose, credibility, because of the integrity of not only his position, but because of who he is. And we've had many of, and I love the story. I hadn't heard the story, and we salute, the Labour government of the time, ALF, the Auckland City Council, those that made this building become a reality. This is a dream and the vision of Faolotoi. This is a legacy, I believe, of this man. This is, I suppose, it speaks of his influence and his faithful, loyal, unassuming, courageous leadership. And as Alpito said and articulated very lovely, with a very humble heart, maloto mawalalo. And I just, again, it's a great model for leadership. I know that, we've done so many things in this facility now, and, even had graduations. And just by the way, we always pay the full rate. Don't worry. I think the only ones who get a discount are the Malisi boys, Le Malu, and maybe the Msoba, Manu Samoa old persons. To'o, Aumua, ma Tapoi, and maybe the manusina with Tawanuu there. But, you know, one thing that I have as a deep memory of mine, whenever we had something here, it was like Faolotoi would always be here to keep an eye on things, because it's not his house, but he cares about this house so much, and he loves what happens here, and so I'm grateful for that. So, you know, I think, just in closing, I think our hearts, the Tongan say mahana and Māori, our hearts are very warm tonight with our sense of alofa and gratitude to Faolotoi, and it's been spoken of. And so I suppose on behalf of our community again, momole atu le loto whawhetai ma le anganga maolalo, we just have a very humble spirit and a happy heart tonight, a grateful heart, as we just say thank you. Whawhetai tele lava lau whionga. We wish you all the very best. We know God's got great plans for you, and I whispered to the Consul General, to Faolotoi, when I saw him, I said, don't worry, we're still praying that you're going to stay, and then in about another couple months we'll have another party back here to welcome you back. So just keep praying about that. But yeah, so just thank you for always being there for us. You went always way and above. You know, you did that you had to, but more. You always gave of yourself so selflessly. Lau pulele, lau whionga. We love you, alofa atu, and your manuia lover, and then weeks and months to come. Ka whai.